as a horror fan, I was quite excited to see Hellraiser and to see if it lived up to expectations. It's a film that's very much beloved by a lot of people, and I have to say that I did really like it. I won't give any spoilers, but I will talk a little bit about the narrative based on what IMDb describes, and I will just say that I feel like sometimes the narrative wasn't very well explained. I feel like it's a film that needs to be watched several times to fully grasp all of the characters' actions or why they're responding or behaving in certain ways. And that's fine, because I'm quite happy to watch it again. But that's just something to bear in mind. It does need full focus, full attention, and probably more than one viewing. So the film was released in 1987, directed and written by Clive Barker. And our cast includes Andrew Robinson, Clare Higgins, Ashley Laurence, Sean Chapman, and Oliver Smith as the... Well, actually, I was going to say the character's name there, but I won't. It might spoil things. I'm not going to spoil anything. There is one scene in this, though, that made this film go from a really entertaining film to one of my favourite film scenes ever. And all I will say is it's the scene with the floorboard scene. You'll know what I mean if you've seen it. If you haven't seen the film and you watch it, you'll know what I mean when you get to it. It's gorgeous. It's so beautifully put together. It's just... Oh, it melts my heart. It is exquisite. So I'll read the description from IMDb. And this reads as follows. A woman discovers the newly resurrected, partially formed body of her brother-in-law. She starts killing for him to revitalise his body so he can escape the demon beings that are pursuing him after he escaped the sadistic underworld. You can see why it needs more than one viewing. It is quite complex, but brilliant. And it's absolutely fantastic. And we have this little puzzle box that gives it something extra to kind of make the narrative more well developed. Pinhead as a character. Well, Pinhead as a demonic being is a little creepy, but I'm not that scared by him. But I do think visually he looks amazing. The makeup and effects there are incredible. And while Pinhead will never be a character for whom I feel any emotional attachment, like, you know, I love Freddy Krueger and I love Chucky, but Pinhead as a character is great fun to watch, and visually he just looks amazing. The narrative development is really good, but again, as I said, it's very quick. There's a lot going on. That's not a bad thing, just means it's well developed, but I do think that, as I said, certain things were maybe not explained as well as they could do. I think it's not so much a case that they didn't explain it, more that it's done so quickly that if you miss even one little thing, you're gonna have to backtrack at certain points or try and catch up. So it does need full attention, and as I said, multiple viewings, which is not a problem. I have watched that scene that I particularly like multiple times. It's on YouTube. If you don't want to watch the film because you're not a big fan of horrors, thank you for listening this far to me talking about a horror. If you just Google Hellraiser floor scene or whatever, it'll come up. But it's... Oh, I love it. It's just so beautiful. And I feel like the film should have won so many awards just for that scene, which it didn't. But I can't fault that. The film itself, really thoroughly enjoyable. I haven't seen any of the others, because I still keep wanting to go back to watch this, but I'm kind of giving myself a bit more time to distance myself from my current emotions about the film, so that I can watch it again with a slightly fresh perspective, I guess. But I'm very happy to have seen it once. I look forward to watching it again. If you think the others are worth checking out, let me know, and I might try and, prioritise rewatching this one. If you haven't seen it and you like horrors, Hellraiser is definitely one to watch.